This is the student guide to a vision-driven 20-year personal marketing plan. My name is Bong de Ungria of the Ateneo Graduate School of Business. First, let's understand the ZYX for the brand with your name on it. What's the outcome that we want? We want you to become vision-driven, inspired, and grateful every day. Why do we want this? Because in life, it's easy to get frustrated or lost if you just live day to day and are always focused on the short term. So, how will we achieve this outcome? Through this vision driven personal marketing plan, which you can easily access daily. Now, for some notes. You will see in this presentation a sign called annotations, which are notes for students to guide them in making their own plans. B are great examples submitted by students from past classes, which you can use as reference. And third is student samples that can be improved if given more thought and more time. There are 10 mandatory elements for the highly personal, high-performance 20-year marketing plans. The first is the cover page. And the cover page should have a theme and a USP, or a unique self proposition. So this is an example of a cover page. So for me, my theme is tennis. I'm also a marketing person and a salesman. My undergraduate degree is as a chemical engineer, and I'm guided by the words in the Bible. So this is the theme which I will use for my personal marketing plan. So again, if you use pictures, it will inspire you, and you have to put a title to your theme so that you will always be reminded what's in it. So the annotations, again, remind the student to put a theme, in this case, Grand Slam tennis, to put a one-word descriptor or USP, which in this case is VCoach, the brand logo here, and a picture to personalize the theme and to create impact. The USP or unique selling, or for marketing personal marketing plans as self proposition, you must choose your USP well. Don't choose common, safe, undifferentiated one words like friendly, everybody's friendly, quiet, smiling, honest, or simple. Again, these are not unique. They are shared by many people, so we would recommend that you use um, words like VCoach, which again is not common and unique and may be very descriptive of you, shopaholic, lionheart, shogun, optimist, and doer. These are some of the words that past students in this class have used. Next, second element is your ZYX in pictures. It allows you to view your outcome, your reason why, and how you do it in one page. This is an example of my own ZYX, and the reason I work to be happy in pursuit of greatness is because of my beloved wife, our 3 children who have grown over time, continue to grow, who give us great joy through life's journey together. That's my ZYX, and I continue to aim to live my life to keep this outcome according to my plan. The fourth element is the story selling outline. What's a story selling outline? It uses the Steve Jobs principles described in this marketing course, and it should describe what's in the presentation. So again, with the theme, it's high performance, highly personal, hyperlinked plans to the Grand Slam finals. Grand Slam referring to, again, the theme, which is tennis, as shown by the picture and by the description. So this is the outline to my plan. Next, fourth element is the personalized vision and mission, which should include your USP. This is an example of my own vision and mission, and clearly you have heard it before. The I serve. Being an engineer, I have technical talents. Being a marketing professor, I have marketing and communication talents. So this is unique to me, and I use it to coach people to transform their life. How? Through vision-driven, high-performance, highly personal, hyperlinked service marketing plans. So again, the annotation is personalize your vision and mission so that it contains your talents and passion, has your USP, it doesn't sound generic, and people can easily identify the vision is really yours. Now let's learn from some student work. Okay, this is something that can be improved because if you read it, it's very generic and it can apply to anybody. So again, a sample that can be improved just like this, another generic vision and mission, another example that does not contain a USP. So please avoid this. Try to think of your USP, your passion, your theme, and incorporate these into the vision and mission. The fifth mandatory element is the product portfolio and roles. And this is an example of the 7 roles which I know I must be able to do well to obtain the outcome that I want. So the annotation is, if your brand is a company, what are the products that the company has that should succeed? Or what is important to you? Now don't be limited to 7 roles or 7 brands, you can have more or less. So an example of a role that I want to succeed is in my work at City Stores. So another role that I want to succeed in is my role in AGSB as the way I call it, an inspiring vision-driven coach. So again, aligned with the expertise, integrity, and service mission of the school. Another view of my role in the Ateneo. There can many there can be other roles as well. If you're a father, just make sure that each slide contains pictures that reminds you of this role. Since it is required for you to upload the file, make sure you share only pictures that you're comfortable showing in public. You can use clip art or pictures of others if you have privacy or personal concerns about number 2. This is another role for me, and remember, the minimum is 1 slide per role. So you don't have to put all the roles in 1 slide. In the final version, you can substitute videos, clip art, or music to the pictures. And while it would be great if you use pictures with you in it, this is not mandatory. The sixth element is your personal brand, which includes your logo, your brand mantra, your brand promise, and your positioning. And this is mine. Hypermarketing 3 represents 3 highs: high performance, highly personal, hyperlinked, and consistent with my logo, service. Next, it's applying the book Marketing Plan for Life and personalizing it to you. The book, my Marketing Plan for Life, is by Robert Michael Fried, and this is the book, and it recommends 12 steps or 12 parameters or components to your marketing plan. Now, what you do is to personalize it to yourself. So the first component is to define your business, and personalizing it to myself, my answer is, who am I? I'm the Coach Bong. And it has, again, 11 other components to the plan. And what you as a student needs to do is to identify and personalize your answer to each of these parameters. So there are 12, and these are my answers to the 12. First 4, notice that you have to cite the book, the author, and possibly the site where you got it. Um, summarize it, what the source recommends, for instance, here defining business, and to translate it to your personal situation. In this case, I'm the coach Bong. Okay, so mandatory, you should personalize the 12 elements. Here are the other elements, and the black lines are how I personalized it. So the last four, 10th, 11th, 12, all personalized to me. So that you also need to do as a student requirement. The eighth mandatory element is a theme-related free-for-all. Since my theme is tennis and Grand Slams, that is how the choice I will make for the free-for-all. Now, what's a free-for-all? It serves as an additional backbone, framework, or guide to your plan. It can be based on business, management, sales, personal improvement, or a hobby, and can be from books, websites, songs, movies, famous authors' quotes, but please cite the source. But most importantly, you have to translate it to how it applies to you. So again, my theme for this 20-year plan is tennis and Grand Slams. So these are the top three winning strategies in tennis that I've developed from 30 years of living the game. So first is I begin with service and serve the four P's. The four P's in tennis and in life is purpose, power, percentage, and placement. Now I try to translate all this very tennis terms or language to how I can apply it in my life. So first serve, second serve, double fault, and return serve. The second strategy is, again, if you had tennis lessons before or you hear tennis coaches, what they normally shout out is, keep your eyes on the ball. And I translate that to something I will apply to my life, like anticipating and focusing. Another strategy is to compete versus three opponents who are my opponent, the environment, which I have no control, and me and my attitude. So again, while these are very theme-based tennis um, mindsets, they're easily translatable so that it inspires my daily life. So now we will show samples of free-for-alls from past student work. So this is sample from this book and the picture of the book. The comment is, again, this can be improved, organized better using story selling principles, including the 7 by 7 presentation. And while this is already on a personal level because you see I's, I already have, I already am, this is not translated to the student. Another student sample, which is better, is using SWOT. And my comment is this is acceptable because this is based business, which is a good basis, and it's personalized to the particular student. Another example of an acceptable student sample. Another free-for-all submitted is from uh, the beliefs of a famous person, Blas Ople, and that is what the student submitted. Again, it can be improved because it's still very generic and it's not specific. So here it mentions reach goals amid setbacks, but it could be better if the type of goals was more specific. Another student sample, and again, something that could be improved because this is a list that is cold and uninspiring and not personalized. Another free-for-all sample by students, and another, while it is thought-provoking, again, it's not personalized. So the ninth element is to have a comparison between where you are now and where you will be 20 years from now. So for me, this is where I am, and I know that every day for the next 20 years will be towards getting this outcome. So you have to describe your key aspects of your life now, and 20 years from now, you can use text or you can use pictures. So the last mandatory element is to describe what your winning outcome looks like. For me, my winning outcome happens every day because my daily road to the finals is vision-driven service. So to describe this outcome or finish line or checkpoint for success, this is what I believe in. As a vision-driven coach, I succeed if my team wins. My team is my family, my business unit, my students, and my community. And real winning does not depend on my teams reaching the Grand Slam finals. My belief is every day I serve in the direction of a God-centered vision and driven by high-performance, highly personal brands is already a win that leads to the next round. So I don't need to wait for 20 years to feel successful or to feel that I'm closer to my goal. I can do that every day in every way. So those are the 10 mandatory elements to the 20-year personal marketing plan. There's just one more thing. The way Steve Jobs always adds one more thing. You may be wondering why this class is requested to upload instead of file submission through email or the old ways of submitting assignments. One is uploading helps us avoid viruses. Second, with the use of URL links or hyperlinks, it's faster to use, making access easier for the rest of the class members, not just for this class, but for future classes too. Now, how do you save your privacy online? When you're uploading PowerPoints on SlideShare or uploading videos on YouTube. If you have those privacy concerns, my suggestion is to create and use a second Google or even third Google or YouTube account that does not have your name or picture but sounds like you. So if your name is, say, Juan de la Cruz as your primary account, then your second account can be Johnny Cruz. So when I look at it, I still know that Johnny Cruz is most likely Juan de la Cruz. A second way is to not only use pictures and names that you don't mind seeing online. So again, use a second name, use a different picture, or use clip arts or picture substitutes. Third is you can choose options to keep the file unlisted. So only those who have links to the files can access those files. So while YouTube is very popular, others find uploading in Vimeo website to be having less popularity and therefore less privacy concerns. So again, you end, if you go by the story selling principles, you always end with your cover page, which summarizes what you are and what you have just said in your presentation. Thank you. I really hope you found value in this video. If you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me in my blog. This is Bong de Ungria. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn. My real name is Remio Joseph de Ungria because together we can produce Hyper Marketing 3, high performance, highly personal hyperlinked service for our community.